Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes as I design the cover of my next magazine issue. Yes, the actual cover that will be published. I'll be walking you through my entire design process step by step using Canva, sharing my tips, tricks, and all of the creative decisions along the way. So whether you're designing your first magazine cover or just looking for inspiration to level up your designs, this video is for you. Now let's dive in and make some magazine magic.
So the first thing we're going to do when we design a new magazine cover in Canva is we're going to go to canva.com, and you can either click create a new design from the left-hand menu over here, or you can click magazine cover, which is already preloaded right here, and it's sized 8.5 by 11. So if I click that, it's going to open up a new document, and I am going to then pull in our cover image. So from the left-hand menu, I'm going to click Uploads, which is where I've already uploaded the photo for our cover. And I'm going to find the cover image for this cover of Mini Magazine, which is with Sean Johnson East. So I'm just going to click on that image and I'm going to drag it onto the document and let go, and it will pull it into the document. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in my magazine's logo. So I already have the Mini Magazine logo loaded into my Canva account, so I'm just going to pull that into my cover right now. You can just pull that from your uploads. You can pull the photo onto the document and let go, and it will place it for you. Now, Canva has these smart grids inside of the software where it will tell you whether the image that you've placed is lined up on the document. So you can see here when I'm dragging my Mini Magazine logo, it's showing that pink line. So that's showing me whether or not this logo is centered on the document. So if I place it right here, I know that it is center. I'm going to pull it down a little bit just because I'm going to put a white rectangle at the top for some more headline options. So I'm going to pull that down here, and next I'm going to pull in that rectangle. So I'm going to go back over to my left-hand menu and click Elements. And I'm going to click on the square, this black square. We will change the color here in a second. So I'm just going to drag that square up to the top of my cover, and I'm going to shorten it up. So just pulling on the bottom of the square and pulling it up toward the top, and then pulling on the side all the way over to the length of my cover. Now, since this is brown and I want this to be white, the next thing we're going to do is change the color. So from the top, we are going to click on this color icon and we're going to make it white. Now I will add those headlines to that rectangle here in just a second, but for my next order of business, I am going to add my main headline kind of to the bottom of this cover. So next I'm going to click on text from that left-hand menu and add a text box. So you can either click add a text box, or you can click title or add a heading. It doesn't matter because we're going to change the size and the font of these anyway. So I'm just going to click add a heading, and I'm going to add my main headline that I'm going to have at the bottom of this cover. And again, I want this text to be white. So I'm just double clicking inside of that text box. And at the top from that menu bar, I'm clicking text color and then white. Now we've been playing with some more fun fonts for our Mini Magazine cover. So I'm just going to change the font to this one here and then dragging the text box to make it just a little bit smaller. You can just click on a corner of your text box and drag it to adjust the size. Now I'm clicking on the icon with the arrows here just to move it down towards the bottom. So the next thing I want to do after I've placed that kind of main headline on my cover is I'm going to add a subheading. So from that same text box menu, I'm going to click text on the left-hand menu and I'm going to click add a subheading. Again, the font color and the size don't matter right now because we're going to change it. So I'm just going to double click inside that text box and change it to my subheading. To change the color of this text, I am just double clicking inside that text box. And then from the top menu where it says text color, I'm going to choose an accent color that I want to kind of play around with on this cover. So I'm going to pull this green in from this straw and from these blocks that are on the counter. And I'm going to make that just on my subheading. I'm just shrinking down this subheading a little bit. And the next thing I'm going to do is italicize it just to give it a little bit more interest. So just clicking italics in the top menu bar and also bold. I'm also going to play with the spacing of this subheading. So I'm clicking on this icon here next to the one that says list. It says spacing, and you can just slide these bars here to adjust the letter spacing and the line spacing. So I'm just going to drag this one around to kind of play with the letter spacing for this subheading. So now that I'm happy with that kind of main headline toward the bottom of this cover, I'm going to add another headline here in this space. So next I'm going to again just make a new text box, clicking add a text box from that left-hand menu, and I'm going to add the copy for that headline. Now, to make this even easier on myself so that I don't have to find the right font or the right sizing, I'm going to go into my set of cover templates that I've already designed. And this, I will drop the link for these cover templates in the description box below so you can grab them. It is a one-time cost and you can use these over and over again. There are 10 cover templates in here, and you can kind of pull in any of these elements, copy and paste in a Canva document on a Canva cover to use them over and over again. There are millions of variations that you could use just using these preloaded elements already in these templates. So I'm going to scroll down to this travel cover template I've created, and I'm going to take this section of text that I've already designed and I'm going to pull that into my cover with Sean Johnson. So I'm going to, again, highlight this on my cover templates that I've already designed. And I'm going to click Command C if you're on a Mac, and I'm going to go back over to my cover with Sean, and I'm going to Command V, which is paste. So I'm going to place this here exactly where I want it, and then I'm just going to click inside of that text box and edit the copy for this cover. So you can literally use this over and over and over again to make as many covers as you like. It is a one-time cost for these cover templates, and you can use them over and over again. So I will drop the link for those cover templates in the description box, and you can grab them and use them for your own magazines. So next to the copy, I've just double clicked inside of that text that I pulled in from the cover templates and I edited it to match this cover with Sean Johnson. So these are the stories that are going to be inside of this issue that I want to call out on the cover. The only thing that I changed from that cover template is that I changed the color of these lines in between these little subheadings. So I'm just clicking on those, and at the top you can click line color once they're selected and then just change those. So they were yellow in the cover template bundle, but I'm changing them to white. So I'm just clicking white. Okay, I am happy with that. So next I want to add in this section over here where it's black, I want to put a little section of white text that talks about Sean and what she has going on and what her cover story is going to be about. So again, I'm going to go back into my cover template bundle and I'm going to find a piece of text that would work well for this. So right here on this one, this Zen cover, I think I'm going to pull in all of this where it says exclusive, and then I'm just going to edit the text to match Sean's story. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm just going to copy and paste from this cover template bundle over into my cover with Sean. I'm just going to drag this over to this black section here so that it kind of stands out. And then I'm just going to go ahead, double click inside of these text boxes and edit the copy. So next to editing the copy inside of those, I am going to change the color of this rectangle under exclusive to that green accent color that we use down here for our cover. So I'm just clicking on that rectangle, coming over to color at the top of this menu, and then clicking that green color that's already going to be preloaded into our document colors because we've already used it down here. So Canva will already pull that in case you want to use it again, and I'm just clicking that green color. I also did the same with Sean's name to put in that green color. So I'm just highlighting her name inside of that text box. And again, going up to text color in that top menu and then clicking that green color again. So since I have added all of the copy from Sean's cover story into these three text boxes, I'm now going to work on the top headlines inside of that white rectangle that we added earlier. So let's do that. So from that left-hand menu again, just clicking add a text box or add a subheading, it doesn't matter. And we will add in our new copy for those headlines. So once you've typed your copy into your text box, you can just drag the corner of your text box to make it as small as you would like. And then I'm going to place it up here at the top. Again, you can see that Canva has those smart grids. So it's telling me once I drag it up there into that white rectangle that it is centered on the rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more of these and then we'll play around with the placement. So I want to make sure that all 3 of those headlines there at the top are centered on the cover. So a really easy Canva hack that you can do is since they're going to be on top of that white rectangle, but I don't want that rectangle to move when I go to center these using that Canva Smart Grid. So I'm going to click on the rectangle and then I'm going to click on this lock position only icon, which is going to lock that rectangle to the document and not allow it to move. So if I select these 3 headlines here, I'm just dragging my mouse, then I can just move these 3 around and it's not going to touch that white rectangle. So I can see by dragging it that Canva's telling me that this is center with that solid pink line going vertically. So I know that these 3 are centered on the cover. If you want to play with the spacing of the 3 headlines individually, I can click on one and move it around and it will tell me the distance between the text boxes. So it's telling me that these are equal if I put them here, and you can kind of play around with the spacing that way. The only other element that I added here were these gray slashes in between the headlines, and I did that by adding a line. So I'm just going to that left menu bar inside of Canva, clicking Elements, and then grabbing a line from Shapes, just clicking on that line. And then at the top menu bar that opens up, you can change the line color, which I'm going to change to this light gray. They're also loaded in the bottom there under default colors. And then you can play with the line style and the line weight. So you can change it to dashed or dotted. I'm going to leave it solid, but I'm going to play with the weight and I want it pretty thin. So I'm just sliding this down to 1 and then I'm going to shorten it up. So I'm grabbing the end of that line here with my mouse and then I'm just going to hold down the shift key and shorten it up. So just dragging it to the left here to get it to the length that I want. And then I'm going to use this rotate icon to turn it. So if we move it up here, you can kind of see the size and the length. So you can just hold the end there, click shift, and it will keep that line straight and you can play with the length. Once you have it the length that you like, then I'm just going to drag it into place. And I'm placing 2 of them. So again, with those smart grids, I can just kind of drag it around in between those headlines, and Canva's going to tell me if it's placed evenly. And that is it for this cover. So when you see this cover come out this month, it is March 2025, our cover with Sean Johnson East for Mini Magazine, you will have seen the entire behind the scenes video of how we designed this inside of Canva.
And that's a wrap on designing my latest magazine cover. I hope this walkthrough gave you some inspiration and practical tips for designing your own magazines in Canva. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more magazine design and publishing tips. And if you're serious about launching your own magazine, be sure to check out the Editor Academy, where I teach you everything you need to know. I'll leave a link in the description box right now. Let me know in the comments what you think of this cover and what you'd like to see next. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.